Let me know when you can see me and hear me. Hi, everyone. Just doing a couple quick things here before I start my spiel. Uh-oh. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Hi. I see everyone saying hi, so I'm assuming you can see me and hear me okay. If not, hopefully someone on the chat can help you. Lee Moore is going to be moderating for me tonight, so if you have any questions during the show, she's in blue, and you all know Lee Moore because she's one of our Live Prima stars, and she's decided to help me tonight. Thank you, Lee Moore. Okay. Sorry, I'm just adjusting a couple quick things here. I really was ready until I remembered that I had forgotten something. Of course. Plus, I'm giving everyone a chance to log on too anyway. Awesome. I know what's great about Thursday nights is that tomorrow morning is Friday. And that's awesome. So we get to do a crafty show and then have sweet dreams. Well, for some of us anyway, on the East Coast, it's later. And then, you know, get inspired and go make things. All right, so tonight we are going to be doing some sparkle tags. I call them sparkle tags because they are pretty sparkly, but they do have a vintage look to them. And I used non-traditional Christmas, well, not even, I shouldn't say, okay, I use non-traditional Christmas colors, but I also use non-themed papers. So I'm kind of going back to the Songbird collection. Many of you probably know it's a very pastel collection, really pretty images, really sweet. There's like little birds on it. There's all kinds of fun things to cut out. And that's how I got some of my, you know, light blues, and then I worked in some of the peach. So here's one of the tags. Tonight I'm going to try to work through 6, believe it or not. So I'm going to be working up a storm, and as you can see, I've got some really pretty snowflakes on here, and the snowflakes kind of have like an aged patina to them. And that's because I used real German glitter glass, and the German glitter glass is actually painted with real silver paint. The mercury glass is painted with real silver paint. So just like any piece of silver you have in your house, it's going to tarnish. So this is certainly what it did. And I added to it too. I sprayed it down with like a neutral spray and, you know, helped age it a little bit faster, but really didn't need much help. So these are the tags I'm going to make for you guys tonight. And so there's, I know this one has a deer, and I'll tell you all about the deer. He's pretty cool. So just kind of a fun grouping of tags, and these tags can be made or can be used to decorate your trees. I mean, seriously, these would look just so pretty hanging on a tree, you know, here and there. Like I can imagine like putting a tag on a wine bottle, like giving it to a friend and tying it on with a really pretty ribbon, gift bags, you know, all kinds of things. So that's the main idea behind these tags, not just because they're pretty, and they were really fun to make. I love little things because you just make them and you're done. You know, it's such quick satisfaction. Thank you very much. So let's get on with the show. Like I said, Lee Moore is going to be moderating, so if you have any questions, she has my phone number. She can text me and ask me anything if I miss, because sometimes I get working and I miss the chat. But thank you all for coming here tonight and joining us for the show. I really, really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to pan down. Oh, and I wanted to also say, if you really love what I'm using tonight, Christina at yourmemorieshere.com has this kit. And part of the kit, I have these little Christmas bubbles. Okay, these are probably from Prima 2007 or 8 release. All right, so it's a cute little plastic bulb with a twist top. And inside you get like a whole variety of poinsettias and leaves and stars. And my girl Shanette at the Prima warehouse dug these out for me so that I could get them and use them to remake these tags. So like I said, these are really old but awesome and classic, and I love them. And if you really love what I'm doing tonight, you want these, Christina has them available. She's ice crap on the chat, by the way. Okay, enough of my talking. I'm going to go ahead and pan down, and we're going to just kind of go over some of the products. I'm going to turn on my light so you guys can see what I'm doing. Uh-oh, back of my tag showing. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to move these off to the side. Ah, yes. So like I said, we've got the poinsettias that we're using tonight, and also I'm going to use some Sade and Crystal pearls. These are the 18. This is the 18-piece set. There's pinks and browns, and just it's all faceted and really pretty. I have some genie stones. These are little gems that you're going to be able to hang off of your projects. There's a little hole at the top, and they look really pretty and sparkly, dangling down. I also have some Sade and Crystal pearl swirls, these are from the Tea Time collection. I'm not even reading numbers. I'm sorry. The number for this is 560218. And if you guys are looking for the complete product list, you're welcome to go to the Prima blog from today, livewithprima.com, Facebook, Live with Prima group. I have all the products listed for you to find by number, name, whatever you need. All right. The crystals were 551506. And the genie stones are 556655. All right. Now these are called candy gems. And I love these because they're not only pretty and sparkly, but they're already like kind of wired for you, like little, oh gosh, I have two that have, there we go. I have two that have joined. So you can bend them, you can twist them, you can just add them as like little sprays to any of your projects. And sometimes with these, when they're a little longer and I just want a little bit, I just snip off the top a little. But these are really pretty. The number for these is 549367 Caramel Apple Candy Gems. All right. Then we have some Au Naturel flowers, which I love because they're, you know, they're cream and they're already vintage looking just as they are. But you can add color, and I think the fabric really adds a lot of texture to these tags. So, you know, I think any of the Au Naturel flowers you want to use are fine. This one here is 562731. And I love the little rosette with the little diamond in the middle. And then this one is 562700. I also have some leaves. These are brand new leaves by Prima that I requested. They came out with light green, dark green, fall mix, a Christmas. No, is it Christmas? I don't think so. I'll take that back. Fall. And I said, we have to have leaves. Like, it's ridiculous. You can't find them anywhere. So these are called Florella. And the number is 571900. There are 24 in the pack. And as you can see, they just vary in tones. They all match. This is sad. This is a sad looking state of affairs right here. But they kept coming off the index sheet. These are the North Country Christmas stamps. And I don't have the number handy, but if you just Googled North Country cling stamps or North Country stamps, you will find them. And there's like, I don't even know. There's like a whole mess of stamps in this set. And I keep going back to it because like there's Hanukkah in here, which I love for my friends that celebrate Hanukkah. And there's also little things like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. There's even a deer. My goodness, they're all stuck together. A little deer. So this is so well used, this set right here. I love it. And then here is some songbird papers. So just to refresh your memory, you know, this is a very pastel collection with tons of cutouts. This one's called Tag It. So there's lots of fun like Polaroid frames to cut out and like journal spots and things like that. This one is called Jots. Okay, and Jots is great just to cut out all these fun panels. I actually did a series of tags on a show previously on Live with Prima using these, and they were just perfect on the background of the tag, you know, to use. So, oh, and the other side is kind of this really fun orange, which the orange isn't really what I'm going to use tonight, so, you know, I'm not too worried about that. This beautiful one is called Title It. So again, a lot of cutouts, but what I really wanted to play with tonight is this like antique, like aqua blue with this very subtle pattern. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but I just love that this paper already has a vintage look to it. It's already kind of muddled and looks like it's inked. And then this one is called Collage for a very good reason. It's got kind of that collage background, and I really make very good use of this particular paper here. And the other side is just like a notebook paper, like cream colored, kind of almost peachy, matches these poinsettias perfectly. Okay, so those are the papers I used, and I'm going to demonstrate how I put my tag. I put the paper on my tags, and like I was saying, going back to this, I actually went through and I said, I know I love this pink kind of pretty vintage area here, and I love this whole tea-stained area here. So I just took my trimmer. Actually, I'm going to cut off that bottom part first. And let's see. Oh, and I use this chunk here, which is like kind of a light blue with like a notebook paper kind of thing on there. And so I lined it up with my blade. And then this part right here is what I will use for the tag. And I can go back in and just kind of cut out this rectangle. So this is how you can get a lot of different backgrounds and looks for your tags out of one piece of paper. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just cut that right out through. So I just went ahead and cut this whole piece apart. And I will show you just a couple of quick examples, but really, you know me, I worked ahead of time and I got my tags all covered, but I thought just for the sake of showing you what I use to cover them with, I'm going to do that. All right, so you're going to grab just a standard size manila tag. I buy these in bulk at Office Max. You can buy a whole set. You can buy 500, 100, and they're really very inexpensive. Oh, my soda. I've got a soda sitting here and it just got everything all wet. And then I grab my Studio Multi-Matte, Multi-Medium Matte, sorry. And this is like a gel medium. Comes in a jar, obviously. And I just use my paintbrush. And I literally just cover the one side of the tag like crazy. Okay? Get all the little corners, everything. And I know I want that this pink area right here. So I'm just going to line it up with my straight edge. And you can use a brayer for this or just your fingers. And cover that, let it dry, and then just cut around it later. And then this is what I'm going to get for the background of my tag. All right, I'll do one more. Like I said, I've got this really pretty blue background with like this notebook edge right here. And that's the particular area I want. And actually, to make sure, I'm going to kill those kids. Let me take my scissors. I'm not going to name names, Brian. I don't know why he did that, but he did. All right. So again, I just take this multi-medium, lather it right on there, and stick it down. And this piece actually happens to be almost the perfect width. There's very little excess. So you're just gluing it to the back side of the paper, and then I will trim around it and I'll have this beautiful image later. Let me just get rid of this glue really quick. Hey, Pam. I just saw my name with big exclamation points next to it. All right, I'm just going to wipe that off. So there you get the gist of what I use. You can use Mod Podge. You can use your favorite glue, whatever you decide. But basically, I think, you know, you just cover the tags with papers. You pick out the images you like from your papers, and you're good to go. I also have my hole punch here, which is, this is so old. You can tell by the handle. This is a Fisker's hole punch. Hey, Pete, can you give me, or have one of the boys bring me down my scissors?
I'm not working.
You're not working?
No.
Oh, come on.
I will.
I'll pay you. So I just go ahead and punch that hole ahead of time, and then that way when I start to embellish, I know exactly where my hole is, and I will try not to cover it up if possible. Okay. I'm not really going to pay him, just so you know. You like Mod Podge? I like this because, I'll tell you what. Thank you, Brian. I like the Studio Multimedium, and I'll tell you why. Like, I find that, I mean, I know with Mod Podge things kind of curl up, and then later on they usually flatten out. But with the Studio Multimedium, it doesn't even curl. Like, it doesn't curl, it doesn't bend. Like, everything stays nice and straight and firm, just like this. So that's just my opinion, and that's what I've, you know, found as I go, that works for me. Now, I also have, just to finish off my tags, I found these at Hobby Lobby. These are little reinforcers by Tim Holtz, and I love these because they're already all vintagey and prettied up. And there's like little type and butterflies and I don't know, all kinds of cool imagery on these little reinforcers already. And I love these. I think they're so cool. And they were like $1.99, and you get all of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these on. And I think that they just really add so much to the top of the tag. It kind of makes it look, you've already covered up your top, that ugly brown top. And so they look really cute. Easy, right? And you get so many in one pack that these will last you forever. Well, if they don't last you forever, if it's only like $1.99 for all of these, I think. I should say $1.99 US. Sorry, I just want to get all these down. All right, so done deal. They already look part of the way there. So again, Tim Holtz reinforcers, really awesome. All right, next, a few of these I have, a few of my tags I have doilies on. You know, these doilies, everyone uses doilies lately, and I really think that they add so much with all the detail that they come with and all the pretty little holes. And I think I just used 3 for the set of tags, but if you buy a pack, you get, I don't know how many. These are by Wilton, and they come with like 30 in a pack. So, you know, those will last you a long time. So, you know, what I'm thinking is, how many do you want to make? Do you want to make as many as you can? Absolutely. And you're going to have supplies that you know, definitely can get a lot out of. Okay. So, I have some Lindy's Stamp Gang spray, and this is called Clam Bake Beige. It has beautiful, like, pearlescent powder in it, and kind of like a gold brownish tone. And I love this spray because it kind of antiqued up some of my project here. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my doilies and get those all ready. You can even take your finger and move it around a little bit, and I'll give it a quick dry. Oh my gosh, these are really wet. But these should dry fast. Oh, doilies as masks. Yes, very good idea. I think that as a mask, they look so pretty. All right, I'm just going to quickly pull this one up. I like how these pop up a little bit as you're drying them. You know, they look a little wilted. All right, that's good enough for now. All right, so I'm gonna grab my paper towels, my area. So set those aside to kind of dry if you want. And now I'm gonna move on to the next step, which I think is really, really fun. And that is our glittered snowflakes. So what I did, let me make a little room here. Gosh, the mayhem has already started. I grabbed like a whole assortment of snowflake punches that I have. You can use your Sizzix dies. You can use, I don't know, anything that you have that you want to use. Oh, sorry guys. Almost lost you there. And what I did is I just took this leftover packaging, which I don't save every bit of packaging, I will admit to you. And I just punched out some snowflakes. Now, what's great about our packaging is that it fits in a punch. It also fits in, obviously in a Sizzix, die. And I just punched them out, but they're strong enough where when I start to put this glass glitter on them, they're going to stay nice and sturdy. And I just used a variety of sizes. Like I have small ones. Wait a minute. This one's going to give me a hard time. Hold on. Uh-oh. Let me go back to this packaging. Some packaging apparently is thinner than others. Alright, so I just went ahead and punched out like every size snowflake that I had. I gotta stand up for this. Alright, so there I have my assortment. Now for this particular project, I should say projects, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 2 large ones, 2 medium, and, is that right? 2 medium, 2 large, and 2 small, okay? So, but just for now, I'm going to grab some glitter glue, and all I did, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. No, I'll just grab the packaging. It's not going to be easy to see. And I just wasn't too sloppy. Like you just want a nice layer, even layer. Okay. And I grab a little coffee filter. And because I ran out of silver glass glitter today, I'm going to use gold just to show you as an example. I do have silver snowflakes already done for you. But I'm just going to go ahead and pour some of my glitter into my little coffee filter. And I just gently take like a tool or my fingernail or something and just kind of just tap some of the more detailed areas. I lift it up and then I can see maybe where else I need to just kind of press it in. And there's my snowflake. Okay, couple things about German glass glitter. You want to make sure that you use a grit that is like 90 or 100. Like you want, or fine glitter or extra fine glass glitter. Some glass glitter comes really chunky. For something like this with a lot of detail in the punch, you really want to go fine. And I was telling Lee Moore today, I sent her a link. There was a place called Save on Crafts online, and they're out of California, and I found them, and they had a pound of German glass glitter for 16 bucks. And I sent Lee Moore that link so she can put it up for you if you guys are interested in finding it. It took me forever to find it online for some reason because all of the glass glitter I was finding was really chunky, and it's not what I wanted at all. I know. And it was really expensive. Most places for 1 ounce or 2 ounces, it was like $3.95 or more. Then you paid like $4.95 for shipping. I don't know. It just seemed crazy. So I felt that place was the best deal. So and they had other colors. They had you know, really nice clear glass glitter. They had gold, they had blue, I don't know, they had all the colors. All right, so that's basically how I made my glitter shapes. And like I said before, with the German glass glitter, it is painted with real silver paint. So just like your silver, you know, trophies and silver dishes and silverware at home, it gets kind of, you know, dull and like, you know, you got to shine it up. This glitter will do the same exact thing. And I will show you an example. I will sit side by side. So this is freshly glittered snowflake from today. And this is what it looks like because these tags I made a year ago. I know, I didn't share it till now, and I'm sorry, I apologize. But you can see the difference. So it does kind of get that patina and that tarnish, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, 1 pound bag. Yeah, 16 bucks doesn't sound so bad now. When you go and start shopping, I think this here, I bought it in New York City at the Tinsel Trading Company, and this was $12.50. And I think this is like 2 ounces. Yeah. And then with Tinsel Trading, they had amazing glitter, but they wanted, if you ordered it for under $75, they charge you $10 to pack it and ship it. How crazy is that? Yes. So I'm telling you, I did all that research for you. So if you're looking for a deal and you're going to be glittering up a storm this holiday season, you want it to look authentic and real, go in that direction. Like the Melissa Francis glitter, which I know is very common with everybody, it's a chunk glitter. So it's too chunky for fine details like this. Okay. I also went ahead and glittered this little deer. And I'll tell you exactly where I got it. At Michael's, they have chipboard shapes in their dollar bins. So check it out. You can get snowflakes, you can get deer. Oh no. But I know you guys are clever, and I know you probably have deer dies, like the Tim Holtz deer dies. But look at that. And I think, how many came in this pack? There were 12 pieces in this pack. Yeah. So you have 12 deer you can glitter up. Or you don't have to use a deer. You can use an ornament shape. You can, you know, if you didn't want to have the snowflake punches and you wanted to use these chipboard ones, that would be totally fine. Right? So that's what I did. I took a chipboard deer and I covered them with glitter. Okay. You like it both ways? Yeah. You need to go back to your dollar stores. Yes, you need to go back to your dollar stores. You never know what you're going to find. Now, what I also like to do, like I said, sometimes I like to speed up that silver tarnish look. And another way that you can do that is by adding some of this neutral spray to your, you know, your glitter. You don't have to, but you can, and it just kind of darkens it up. I know I'm kind of wiping some of it off, but it just kind of darkened it up just enough, you know, where it's already looking aged. So that's all you have to do for that. And I hope that, and even look how nice this fine glass glitter came out on this punch snowflake. Like you can see all the details. And that's why it's really important to get the fine. Okay, enough about the lecture of glitter. Okay, but it is a sparkle tag class, so we have to talk about sparkle. Right? Yes. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get started on, well, let's do the deer tag first, okay? So I have my tag in that really pretty blue antique background, and I'm going to grab some of my leftover collage paper with that notebook paper on one side. This is about 2 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and get blue. And this is where I will need my scissors because I will have to trim it off. So grab any scraps that you have left over on your table. Oh gosh, really? It's going to give me a hard time. Right. There we go. I'm just going to put that right there on the bottom. And I can very well use the same multi-medium I used. I just don't feel like using the paintbrush all the time, so that's okay. I've got some little little roll, not really little, but I've got a roll of hemp twine. Now this twine is really, kind of makes it look, I don't know, shabby chic. And I just like to wrap it. I'm going to give myself a little bit more. I just like to wrap it right where those two pieces of paper meet. And I'm going to make a bow. I know this class is going to go by so fast. And I think I have lots and lots of time, and I don't. I really don't. There we go. Now, if I wanted to make sure, because, you know, sometimes working with twine, it, like, has a mind of its own, and all of a sudden it'll become untied. You can just stick a little glob of glue there underneath your bow. And just kind of hold that down for a second. Actually, I didn't really want to do that yet. I wanted to take just some seam binding. This is camel hair seam binding by Snug Hug. And really, really inexpensive by the yard or the roll. I think, you know, you can get this so cheap. But I love the Snug Hug. And it's already shiny and pretty. And yes, I know I use it for everything. I know you guys probably get tired of that, but it's just how I am. I just have my favorite things. And I'm just going to tie a bow around that twine bow. There we go. See that glue I put on there? Making a mess. Sorry, I'm going to cover it up with pretties. Okay, so I just tied the bow around the other bow. I know it looks like a crazy mess right now, but oh gosh, I have to fuss with my bow for a sec. Okay, there we go. Now, yeah, I may have to trim that. Okay. Then I have my glittered deer, and I just kind of want him toward the top of the tag, and he can just kind of peek off the side a little bit. Yes. Just going to add a little bit to his back. Like, I'm not going to add the glue to his head or, you know, legs or anything like that. I just want to make sure that he's just kind of glued down in the center. So he's going to kind of, see how he's coming off the tag a little bit right there? And then I'm going to grab my poinsettias. Now, what I really want to do right now is just dump the whole jar. And I really shouldn't do that because that's when catastrophe happens and then I can't find anything. So I'm just going to try to pull some of these guys out. How many pieces are in here? It doesn't say. That's back when Prima didn't really tell you how many you got, but trust me, once you take stuff out of that bottle, it just starts multiplying. And in here, it's like there's some really pretty cream ones, and then you can see like there's clear, like kind of a clear glittered poinsettia, and what I did is I layered a couple of these just for fun. And I'm only putting glue in the very center of that flower. Oops. And I'm going to grab another one. See, there's cute like little leaves in there. How fun. He's not quite white, but what is that on there? Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and add those two flowers right there to my tag. I feel like everything's sticking to my fingers right now. You guys ever have this issue when you're crafting? I'm sure you don't. I'm sure that never happens, right? So already I have that sparkly kind of glittered look. It's coming together already. See? It looks kind of messy, but it will all come together. I know it will. It has to. You know what? This is bugging me. Okay, and then remember those crystals I was talking about before? The Saturn crystal pieces? Yeah, nice. Glue bottle in the way of my tag making. That's great. I'm going to grab a couple of pretty little pink ones. Put those right in the center of the flowers just to kind of finish off that look. And then the leaves. So what I did for the leaves, like they're just plain leaves, right? And I took some crystal stickles. Crystal stickles. You can do diamonds. I don't know. There's a few different kind that look like this. I just put a little bit on my fingertip. And then I literally just kind of, I didn't like cover the whole leaf, but I just gently like touched down on the leaves, like on the petals, and it just added a little bit of sparkle. Okay. And I did that to the whole pack, but you know, you don't have to do it to the whole pack. And I've already got mine done because I didn't think they would dry in time during the show. So I went ahead and stickled them ahead of time. So that adds a little bit of sparkle that we want. And what I love about this pack is we have small leaves, we have large leaves, we have whatever we want leaves. Wait, did I have to stand that bottle back up? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Here we go. So I'm going to put 2 at the top, and then I'm going to put another one down here. Probably another small one. Maybe this one here. Yeah, that'd be pretty. All right, just like that. So far, so good. Okay. And the next thing I want to do is I just want to add a button to the middle. And I used some Jenny Bolin buttons. Like, you know, her antique looking buttons, like these are in cream. But you can use vintage buttons, whatever you have in your stash. I know most people like to tie the buttons right on. And I'm just going to put that right there in the center. And then with my beautiful organized cling stamp set, yeah, there's a few like really cute little stamps in here. And that's why I love this set, because they're so little. So like these, it says Happy Holidays, and there's also like Merry Christmas, and they're so cute and little. And they fit perfectly for like little tags like this that I want. And I also have an EK Success Punch that has all kinds of labels. So you want to take, I don't know, I usually turn it upside down so that I can see what I'm doing. Well, sort of. No, right here. Turn it upside down, and I'm just going to punch that little label right there. Actually, I'm going to do a couple of them while I'm at it. Okay. So I have these perfectly cute little labels. But you can use just like little paper strips, like little paper strips, anything like little banners, you know, you can cut with your scissors or whatever. Oops. This is kind of dirty. Like I said, these stamps are really well used. And I have frayed burlap distress ink. Oh, it keeps falling off. I'm just going to tap that right on there. And I'm going to stamp it right on my little label. Okay. So it says Happy Holidays. Let's see, is that going to focus? And I can just have that. I'm just going to have it kind of sticking out of the side. Oh gosh. I have to wait for this glue on, I swear I'm going to scream. The dyes kill your hands. Yeah. Sometimes you have to use, like you could put gloves on your hands or something and kind of take, you know, the force of the punch out of it. And then, of course, we have to add even more stuff. At this point, you could stop adding stuff to it, or you can keep going. What I'm doing is I'm going to add some of these tea time fling swirls. Now I'm just going to leave them right on the packaging and cut apart some of these swirls right off of that backing. So I can just peel them right off very gently. I saw online some people said they were having a hard time with some of their crystal swirls behaving once you got it off the back. But I think if you're just careful and you take your time and you just, you know, take the backing and move it away from the pearls instead of ripping the pearls off the backing, I think that that's the way to go, because, you know, I think that's where the trouble lies. And a lot of us are heavy-handed with things, and, you know, we don't know our own strength. All right, so I just went ahead and added every single stinking thing I could possibly think of to this tag. Stamped, buttoned, I better stick that back under there, flowers, leaves, the whole shebangy, and there it is. So you've got your pearl swirl here, you got one down here, you got a couple flowers, some leaves that are all stickled up, you got your glitter deer, he's taking charge, and you've got your little happy holiday sentiment down there. Pretty good? Oh, okay. All right, let me see if I can go ahead and get another one going here, because we're running out of time already. I just know it. I'm not even going to look at the clock right now. I just can't. All right, so next we're going to work on this guy here. Why not, right? All right. So what I need to do, just really quickly, as long as you guys don't mind, I need to cut about a 1-inch strip. It's about 1 inch and not even. Yeah, about 1 inch. I'm gonna cut on my paper trimmer from that really pretty blue background paper. And I'm gonna put that right down the center of the tag, and I'm gonna notch out the end like a little banner right here. Now, if you wanted to glue this down first, I'm gonna cover up my hole. Hold on, I'm gonna take that off. Don't want to do that. Okay. Put that right there down the center. Just like so. And then just kind of notch out those ends there. There we go. And then I'll repunch my hole in later. Okay, and then one of those prepared doilies, like, can you see like how the spray came out, like it kind of made it warped a little bit and shiny and aged already? So I'm gonna actually just put that right down in the center of the tag. Oh my gosh, this glue, it's killing me today. All right, just right down in the center. And then I'm going to flip it over, and like the side, instead of cutting it off, I'm just going to fold it over to the back. It doesn't matter. You can cut it off or you can just fold it over. It doesn't really matter. But that's what I'm going to do. All right, so we've got this. Here, I'll hold it up for you guys so you can see. So it's like a little wrapped present already, right? Okay. I gotta keep the tag I'm making in front of me so I don't forget any steps. All right, now I'm gonna go back to those all natural flowers. Remember those? The really pretty fabric, kind of burlap or linen looking flowers. And I used this one. Wait, did I use this one? Yes, I did. And it's kind of like a circular one. It's got all these pretty little folds that you can kind of fluff up, and you can do this and rough up the edges. And I'm gonna just take that little center right off because I don't need that. And that could be used for something else later. Okay, and that's going to glue down right to the center of that doily. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab one of my poinsettias, one of my peach ones. I want to use a clear one, like kind of a gauzy one. So it's kind of see-through. Okay, just like that. Yeah. So already I'm building up my layers. And then in the center of that, I'm going to put one of my glittered snowflakes. Aren't you guys glad I did that ahead of time? I feel like I'm so prepared, and yet so disheveled somehow. No matter how hard I try to be prepped for the shows, I always seem to be like, oh, missing scissors, or oh. Hey, I know what I wanted to ask you guys. Are you going, is anybody going to Art Venture Canada? It's going to be me, Lee Moore, and Jamie. Yes, it's going to be so much fun. And it's in Cornwall. It's April 11th through the 13th. And it's $7.50 for the weekend, but that includes your hotel and your food. And six amazing classes, all filled with Prima goodie bag, crop space, tons of sponsorship going on. Like, you're going to get not just Prima goodies, but there's going to be other manufacturers giving out goodies too. So see how I did that? I just I layered the poinsettia, then I layered my glittered snowflake, and then I just put one of those little crystals in the center. So easy. So easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some of my leaves. Okay, let's see. So, like I said, they're already stickled and sparkly. Just a little diamond dust, just a little, or what did I say it was? Crystal stickles. It's got a little iridescence to it. I didn't gob it on, honestly. I just lightly kind of went over it with my finger, added a little bit, and let it dry. And really, it dried in no time. Well, it took a little bit of time, but not a lot of time. It just kind of made these leaves more festive looking. So it's like kind of versatile, you know, that you can, I don't know, use something ordinary and turn it into another theme. So there's no Christmas paper being used in these. There's no, well, there's Christmassy flowers, but everything else is really non-themed. Wait a minute, I don't like how that looks. Okay, so pretty good so far, right? Simple. Now, what I also did is I stamped Merry Christmas. I'm going to cheat and not use my block. Oh, good, it came out. And I have that kind of like little phrase sticking out of there. And I also have some little decorative pins that I used in my original one. I can't even remember what companies the pins were from, but you guys are so clever. Like, I've seen people make their own stick pins with pearls and beads and gorgeous things on the end. And again, I just pulled from my stash, so I have like one little pin that has a little crystal on the top. Here's another one with like a little green leaf. And let's see. I'm going to put a little glue on the end of that just to make sure, because you guys know how I am. I'm a freak about making sure once it's glued down, it never, ever, ever comes off. Well, hopefully never, ever. And then that bigger leaf one I'll just stick in there. So you just slide it in there. You can slide it right into that fabric flower, and that'll be perfect. And now we're just going to add some bling. Some more of our crystal swirls, or pearl swirls, excuse me. So let's see here. I love cutting these apart. I just feel like, I mean, sometimes I like to indulge and slap the whole thing down. But I feel like if you can cut all these little pieces, you're just going to get so much more out of it. Yeah, so anyway, I was saying Canada Art Venture. We're coming to Canada. And, you know, it's not only for Canadians either. You know, it's right on the East Coast. So you East Coasters that want something, that's sick of everything going on in California and West Coast, it's only like, I'm in Syracuse, New York, and I think it's like a 3.5-hour drive for me. It's not bad at all. I'm telling you. It's a lot closer than you think. Okay, so I added my pearl swirl here, down here. You can see the little pins. At least I hope you can see the little pins just kind of sticking out here by the leaves. And it says Merry Christmas. And that was it. All right. Here's the original. Oh, wait a minute. Did I use... Oh, I used more swirls on this, on the original one. I got to put another one on. Oh my gosh. See? Sometimes recreating the same thing, you still don't remember what you did. Wait a minute. I want a swirl going the other way. Oh! Okay. I'm going to move that. Sorry, guys. Not usually this particular about things, but I don't know. I kind of like that there was more going on. Again, Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers. That would be my James Bond name if I were in a James Bond movie. It'd be Sticky Fingers. Yeah, because everything sticks to my fingers. I feel like such a klutz right now. There we go. Okay, much better. More blingage. Cool. All right, on to the next. How are we doing on time? Oh my gosh. I said I wouldn't look at the camera, and I did. Okay, so let's make this one next. Pretty simple. Again, the same concept. So I'm going to grab, I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to grab my tag that had that little notebook paper on the edge with the light blue going on right here. Okay. And I took my circle punch, which is this one here, which is always my go-to punch. And this is by Marvy. And it's kind of like a scallop circle punch. And this punch is about 2.5 inches. So you can just cut out your own little circles, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to use like this tan piece, the back of one of the papers. And that's going to go right here. Actually right here. And before I do that, I'm going to wrap ribbon around the whole tag. Alright, just some plain seam binding ribbon. Everybody good so far? Is there anything else? Anything else I'm forgetting? Or you guys have any questions? Concerns? Oh my gosh. Sometimes if I don't touch the keyboard or I'm not doing something, my screen just, my computer tries to turn off. Oh my gosh. Tie this as tight as you can and then adjust it after you tie the knot. Just kind of slide it over. I'm just tying a basic bow and I want it toward the top of the tag. Sorry, I was fighting with that off screen. Top of the tag like this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to foam tape that circle down. I just want it to pop up a little bit. So I'm just going to grab some foam tape pieces and add those to the back. I am fast. It's fast because I've made them already. So it's kind of like once you've made it, it's a little easier the second time around, or you have something to go by. It would take me so much longer to make these from scratch, probably in front of you guys. I'd probably only get about 1 or 2 done. I'm not what you would call a fast scrapbooker. I really am not. I'm very slow and methodical, and I like to get up and I walk away from my projects and I come back, you know, and think about it again, and it's just my process. I know everybody does it differently, and that's just how I am. That's just, I don't know if anybody already knew that, but yeah, I'm really not a fast scrapbooker. Try to be fast. Sometimes when I'm fast, I end up not liking what I did, and then I take it apart and start over. And I know that sounds crazy, but you know, that's just how I do it. Okay, so I tied a little bit of twine around that bow, and I took a couple more pins and I stuck them into the ribbon. Now I've got some pins with just like little, like I said, those little crystal tops. And I'm literally going to stick those right into the ribbon. Oops. And then down in. So I just kind of want them peeking up above the top of the bow. Just like that. See, I'm just kind of peeking out the top there. I don't know if you can because my stupid bow is in the way. And then I'll take my glue and I'm just going to kind of glue right underneath my bow. So it'll hold the pins, it'll hold the circle, everything in place. And I'm going to go with my biggest snowflake, and that's going to go right down into the background. Of that circle. See, right in the center. Then I'm going to grab a pretty poinsettia flower. It's kind of peachy. You know, when Prima first came out with these poinsettias in different colors, I was like, really? Who's going to want those? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, peach poinsettias? And then I was like, well, yeah, there's peach poinsettia plants, so I guess that would make sense. But I'm like, yeah. You know, I don't know. It just was funny because we came out, I think we came out with like aqua and peach and some really kind of fun, crazy colors. And at the time, you know, it's like you just sometimes you limit yourself by your own, you're like your own worst enemy sometimes. And I'm like, what would you do with that? Oh yeah, these are too big. I'm going to put a little one right in the center. And now it's like, now I see, you know, now I see exactly why it's so awesome to have variety of color like that. I'm going to put, yeah, I'm going to put glue on that. I'm going to put a little crystal down. So what I did is I have my large snowflake. I have my poinsettia, then a small snowflake, and then the pearl in the center. And it sparkles. See that? So I just layered them. All right, I'm going to take another little tab here. This is Merry Christmas. I'll glue the end of that, sticking out like up here by my pins. Kind of see it hanging off the side a little bit. And now I can just add leaves. And you know what? Like I said, there's leaves in this bubble jar. So if you wanted something more Christmassy and a little bit darker, you have those, which is really cool. Did I already say that? I think I already said that. I already told you guys about that. Okay. Tuck these in. And remember, you just want to put a little bit of glue on the very end of your leaf so that you're able to tuck in and you're not committing. You're not over committing. We are women. We don't like to commit sometimes. Sometimes we like to think about it. And we could change our minds. Yes, you have that right. And you don't even need to use this many leaves. I am just a leaf junkie. I just like to use my leaves. Right? You guys kind of know that about me. And that's why I insisted that Prima make more leaves. For me. And for you. But I told her how much you liked it. So just add a little bit of leaves. Oh gosh. Hold on a second. That bow is in my way and I just can't have it covering up my glittered snowflake. So see? Just some leaves. We've got our pins. We've got our little stamped sentiment up here. And that is it. That's really it, guys. That is so easy to do. Here's the original one. So you can see. See how much those glitter snowflakes tarnished? Yeah, just kind of cool. Love it. Okay, we're moving right along here. Okay, next we're going to grab our blue background tag. Another one. And then again, I just started off with a doily for the background right in the center. This one. You see how easy these are? Like, they're just kind of coming together. I mean, I hope I'm teaching you something new because it just seems like I'm just gluing and layering. And, I don't know, just having fun. I guess that's what it's about. But just going to fold these over. Just like that. I'm going to grab another one of my au naturel flowers. Let's see. I think I'm going to grab the one from this pack in the center. Look at this pretty flower. I didn't even use this. Look how gorgeous that is. So dimensional. Oh my gosh. Wouldn't this look so cool? You put a little glue on all the petals and then put a little of the German glass glitter on the edges. Yes. That's what you want to do. So I'm going to grab this one. And actually, I don't know if I can take the center off of this one. No, I can't. Okay, so the center is going to stay on. There's not going to be any flower, just flowers being taken apart. And I'm going to have that flower just kind of hang off the side just a little bit. And I'm going to grab another one of my glittered snowflakes here. And I'm going to put him right in the center of that flower. Leslie, they tarnish automatically from just the air. Like what I was saying before is that, you know how your silver tarnishes when you have it out and you have to polish it every once in a while? Well, this glitter is painted with real silver paint. So it will just tarnish like this over time, just kind of sitting there. But you can grab like one of your neutral sprays, like a tan or a cream or something, and go ahead and spray them, and that will add a little bit of a patina and aging to it. A little bit quicker if you didn't want to wait. I'll grab another one of my Jenny Bolin buttons. Another little cream one. It's so cute. So you can see the snowflake I use here is a little bit bigger. It's one of those chipboard snowflakes that I was showing you earlier from the dollar bin. But it doesn't matter. You can still see the sparkle of this one. It still sticks out just fine. And I'm going to actually, oh, I forgot to put I did take a little bit of the seam binding that I've been using and color it with the Tattered Rose Distress Stain, just to give it a little rosy color, and it actually matches the whole color scheme that I'm working with. And all actually I need for this tag is just a bow. So I'm going to just cut off a little piece and make a little bow. Yes. Put a little glue on the back of the bow. And then just kind of have it hanging off the side here. Okay. Give it a little haircut. A little haircut there. And then glue in a couple leaves around it. So it's all going to be kind of layered and pretty together, hopefully, by the time I'm done. Okay. Yeah. What color is your seam binding? The original color of the seam binding is called camel hair. So it's a camel hair color, and then I added the pink distress stain, the Tattered Rose Distress Stain, over it. And it came out with like this really, really light, rosy, kind of peachy color. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me take the flower. Yes, I'm telling you, everything's sticking to my fingers. It's making it very difficult for me. Okay, and now I'm going to take a couple more of those little pins. You know, like I said, just any kind of decorative pins that you have. There's some with pearls and beads. I think it would be kind of fun, actually, to make some of my own pins. I might try that. And I'm just sliding those in around there. Gosh. I'm sorry. Okay. And now I'm going to grab some more of those poinsettias. Some of these poinsettias are all stuck together. Oh my goodness. Put a little glue. So layer them because you have like clear kind of gauzy ones that you can layer over the solid ones. So you're kind of making your own little flowers as you go. And I'm just tucking these flowers in around this large linen-y, burlap-y flower. And I'm going to put this one up here. Sometimes we have layers and we just have to tuck them in. Ah, there you go. Okay, so, oops, oh my gosh. See? Now that is, there's a lot going on in this tag. Hold on. You know what? I don't even need the bow. I'm going to take the bow off. That's really bothering me. Hold on. Adjustment time. So you can put the bow on or you don't have to. I've just decided to take the bow off because it was just too much for me. Okay. I just took the bow off here on the side. And I'm going to add my little crystals to the center. Yeah. So in the original one I added a bow. This one I'm not. It's okay. You can change it up anytime you like, right? So there you have it. This is what the original looked like. This has a bow. This does not have a bow. It's bowless. Okay. Oh my gosh, I still have 2 more tags to go and I know we're past our hour mark. I'm going to try to get through these last 2 really quick and then I shall leave you for the night. So this one I have like a really pretty, remember that really pretty pink kind of rosy background? And this is my 3rd and final doily. What am I missing? Am I missing like really fun stuff on the chat tonight? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Joe. I don't know. Somebody just said I'm missing a lot tonight. I don't know if it means I'm missing like what I'm supposed to be doing or if I'm missing a lot in the chat. I was assuming I'm missing a lot in the chat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tie the seam binding all the way around the tag this time. And I'm going to keep my bow. Alright, I'm just going to cut it. The chats are so fun. Anybody who's watching this as a recording, I highly recommend you come to the live shows once in a while if you can, because we talk about so much fun stuff. And to be honest, a lot of the viewers that are on here have so many good ideas to share and so many interesting things to talk about. And you know, of course, we always talk about food and I don't know, chocolate, but you know, it's always a good time on here. And we do have Tuesday shows, which are great for our international audience. It's a much better time for them to watch. Okay, so I just tied a little bit of twine around that bow, and I've got my doily on there. I'm just going to commit to that with a little bit of glue. I'm going to add another au naturel flower. It's going to be just a simple one. Can I take these off? I'm going to cut them off. I'm going to cut them off. I don't really need them. Just cut off your little center, little stamens, I guess. Ooh, that glue is a pain tonight. And then I'm going to add a couple layers of the poinsettias. So I'm going to add like a cream one and like another kind of gauzy pink one. And I'm going to layer those together. And you guessed it, they're going to go in the center of the flower where I cut off those centers. And then I'm taking, ooh, see? Almost popped up in my finger. So you can see so far. Just layered flowers so far. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my small glittered snowflake and pop that right in the center. And oh my gosh, you know what I forgot to put on here was my genie stone. So the genie stones are really fun because you can dangle them. And when I originally made this tag, ooh, this is a pretty, like, kind of a smoky colored rose. I think I tied it on with the twine, which I've already tied on. So guess what? I'm going to just kind of put a little glue on the end of this genie stone and just kind of pretend we tied it on. So go back, tie the genie stone on with the twine. Okay, don't forget like I did. Right, Brian? Right. Yes, Brian's here. He didn't want you guys to know, but he's sitting here next to me, drinking my drink for me. I tuck in a couple leaves, a little greenery. Maybe. Usually I have angry glue. Usually it's like coming out faster than I can use it, and tonight it's coming out very slow. I don't know what the deal is with it. Now actually here's another opportunity too to use these candy gems just to kind of, uh-oh, my screen froze. It's a Pepsi, so no need to worry, he's not drinking anything he shouldn't be. Oh gosh, am I frozen? Like my screen is frozen? Let me see if I can just kind of mess with this a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. I think I froze up a little bit. So I had these candy gems, and I just cut like the top off of this one, and I think I'm going to stick that in there with that genie stone, because that would be so cute. And these are just little fun little added sparklies that kind of stick out and like a little spray. Yeah. I think I need to, I'll have to go back and kind of rework the metal a little bit, but, and then I'm going to take another one of my crystals. Frozen, yes. Am I back now? I think it's unfrozen. So see, I just added a little stone there. You're good now. Okay, good. And then, last but not least, let's see. I need another little label for Happy Holidays. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that loud crashing sound. I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas. I don't know. I would stamp something else other than Merry Christmas, but I don't know where my... Brian, who are you calling?
Myself.
Brian, I need my phone. Oh my gosh, he's driving me crazy. He should be in bed by now, and he's not. Oh. I'm actually going to add it kind of hanging off there with my sparkles. I may have to adjust it. I may have to add more sparkles. But I think that's kind of cute. That came out kind of cute for now. Okay, here's the original one. See where I have like the genie stone dangling? And here's the new one with the little sprigs of things hanging off. He is calling himself. Yes, he was. It's true. Okay, one last tag, you guys, and then we're done for the night. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I know I kind of went over time. So this tag just has the notebook paper background on it. And actually went ahead and wrapped this like a present with some seam binding. And you know, you could literally sit down and make these with the kids too. I mean, honestly, the kids could add the stickles to the leaves for you. I don't recommend that they play with the glass glitter. Like, that's something I wouldn't let them do. But, you know, they can color the seam binding for you. You know, get them to do all the slave work. Yes, and then it's called crafting with your kids. Just kidding. Just kidding, right, Brian? I don't use you as a slave. Okay. Oh my gosh. So I'll have to repunch through that ribbon, but see, it's just literally wrapped around the back of the tag and just a little bow at the top. All right, and I punched out another circle from the blue paper, and that goes right in the center of the tag just below the bow. And that I did use foam tape for, so because I like to pop those up every once in a while. So did you guys hear there's like an all-day crop or a 24-hour crop going on in California this weekend? There's a store in California that is sponsoring a 24-hour crop, and all the women come and do make and takes, and they stay up all night and they raise money for breast cancer research. So I'm going to tell you all about that in a little bit, but if there's anybody in the California area that's interested, they are, that's what they're doing this weekend. And our girl, my girl, Shanette, is going to be there doing a make and take. Can you believe it? I can't believe it either. She is. And I'm going to use this little rosette, little fabric flower with the little diamond in the center. I'm thinking that this, I don't even need to add a snowflake to the top of this because it's so stinking cute. Right, Brian? Yeah. Little rosette in the middle of my circle. So cute. Oh my gosh, I don't need to add anything to the center of that flower. I don't need to add poinsettias. Anything. I'm going to add some leaves. Glittered leaves. Right, Bri? Okay. Actually,
So cool.
yeah, maybe what I'll do. You're cold?
Yeah.
Brian's cold. Brian, go get Sam.
Okay.
He's going to get her. Those two, I can't even tell you how much Brian and Sam are alike. It feels like I have two puppies in the house. All right. Oh, and you know what? I think I'm going to add a little bit of my, am I going to add a little bit of this? I really like this. I don't know. I think I should. I don't know. It's a little too bright. I don't know. It's too. I think I should add a couple pins. Yes, maybe I will. Oh my gosh, I need to add bling. That's what I need. Cut apart some of my crystals here. Did you get her? Oh my gosh, you carried her down the stairs?
Yeah.
She weighs like 50 pounds now. How'd you do that?
I'm strong.
You are strong. Oh my gosh.
She looked like...
Was she sleeping?
She was.
Hey, girl. That shows. Sam will have to make a little appearance here in a second. Some more little. Okay. I'm gonna put a couple little pins at the top.
Oh, she's ready.
She's ready to what?
She's ready to be small.
Okay, well, just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, just put a couple little pins at the top. And that is it. So pins up here. I've got my crystals and some blingage and some fun things. I didn't even add a sediment, but I could. And here's the original tag, where I did put a snowflake in the center and leaves and pins at the top as well. Good? Oh my gosh! I made it through all the tags for tonight. Awesome. Now, it's a complete mess around here, huh, Brian? So we're all set for that tonight, you guys. I somehow whipped up six tags in an hour and 20 minutes. Not bad. And you could do this and have like an assembly line going.
Oh my god.
Come here, let me see.
Okay.
You like them? I hope that they were inspiring for you. You know, I'm kind of getting into that Christmas spirit now that I have glitter out and poinsettias and flowers and everything. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Oh, here she is. Come here. She's very tired right now. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Sam, look up here. She wants to eat all the flowers on the table. Say hi. She's getting very big. Very, very big. Thank you. Aw, thanks, you guys. She is getting really big. She's really heavy right now because she's really tired. Here, go ahead and take her. Ugh. Okay, so again, I just wanted to go over a couple of quick announcements. We have, I want to make sure I get this right. Sorry. Okay, there's the 12th annual Survivor Crop benefiting Susan G. Komen for the Cure. And that is, let me just blow up the screen so I can see. It's going to be in San Diego. And let me just, sorry, I can only read part of it at a time. Oh, let's see. I want to make sure I get this right. Crafting for the Cause, the Survivor Crop. And that is Saturday and Sunday, October 19th and 20th, 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. And that's in San Diego. And there's going to be a silent auction. It's at the Ever After Scrapbooks. Let's see. So it's benefiting, so far, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read through all this. They sent me so much information and I don't want to mess this up. The Survivor Crop registration fee is $130. And you can go to www.survivorcrop.com to look up information and how you can, you know, donate for the cause. But I think like their goal this year is to reach the $500,000 mark. Like they've been doing it for years, I think since 2001. And yes, they've raised, since 2001 they've raised $427,000 so far for breast cancer awareness and research. Isn't that amazing? So if anybody wants to go or check it out or, you know, donate for the cause, go to survivorcrop.com and look and see how you can help. Again, it's in San Diego. It's this weekend, so look up that information. We also have Art Venture Canada, April 11th through the 13th, coming up in 2014. It's going to be myself, Lee Moore, and Jamie. And it's going to be an amazing weekend. And it's in Cornwall, Ontario. Auntie M's Scrapbooking and Beading will be there as our vendor selling tons of Prima. And there's going to be a crop. There's going to be classes. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Okay, and the fee includes your hotel for 2 nights, all of the food for the entire weekend, your 6 classes, your goodie bags, the crop. I mean, I know I'm forgetting stuff. Oh, we're going to have make and takes. I mean, I know I'm forgetting stuff, but it's going to be amazing. It's only $50 to sign up and register, and then you can make payments as you go right up until the event takes place. And like I said, for our East Coasters, it's not that far. It's actually a lot closer to our side of the U.S. than the West Coast, where usually most of the stuff happens. So, like I said, I'm from Central New York, and it takes me about 3.5 hours to drive up there. You know, and I haven't been stopped by the customs police yet, but crossing my fingers, hope that doesn't happen. You never know. And then also we have just 20 spots left, they told me, for Anaheim, California Art Venture. So if you are on the West Coast and you're looking for something amazing, 6 teachers, all from all over the world, doing some awesome stuff there too. So you can go to the Prima fan page on Facebook and look up information for that as well. So we have tons of stuff going on. We have Lee Moore going to Australia. She's got a complete tour going on in Australia for our friends there, and even our friends in New Zealand who want to take a little plane ride over to Sydney. She's got a whole tour of classes going on, so she's bringing Prima to that side of the world for you. And what else? I don't know. I think that's it, right, Brian? Did anybody have any questions for me? Yeah, please. If you're looking for a roomie, let me tell you about the rooms in Art Venture Canada, by the way. They are the suites. So if you room with someone you kind of know but don't really know, you guys actually have your own 2 separate bedrooms within your suite. So you can close the door and total privacy. So if you have a roomie, you still have privacy. So we got those really good rooms at the Nav. Yes. You always thought I was from California, really?
She's from
No. I am. I'm from a tiny town called Chittenango, and that's like a suburb of Syracuse. So I'm upstate. I get tons of snow. You get all the lake effect snow. Oh, Emma says hi.
Hi.
He's supposed to be in bed right now. Great example of terrible parenting going on here.
Actually, no.
Emma would be a great roomie. I'm telling you right now. She's so fun. So I guess that's it. I guess I don't think anybody has any questions for me or anything else. The next show coming up on Tuesday next week is Lee Moore. She's actually going to join us on a Tuesday afternoon show instead of a Thursday. She's making a gorgeous Christmas layout. Will you stop? He's bugging me right now. So she's going to be making a gorgeous Christmas layout. And then next Thursday is Steph. And she's making like a stocking out of the new Holiday Jubilee papers. It's like a stocking, chipboard, tag holder, mini book. You know how Steph is. She like fits like 50 reasons why she's got to make it and uses for it into one project. That's how awesome she is. Oh, hi, Mako. That's okay. You have a baby. You've got a lot going on. I know. I know. Say goodnight, Brian. So pop on and say goodnight. Pop on the screen and say goodnight to everybody. Oh, you little wuss. Okay, well, yeah, Mr. Brian's bedtime was a while ago, and he's kind of taking advantage of me doing the show. So I'm going to hit stop record and say goodnight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me on Live with Prima Facebook group page or email me, Carrie@primamarketinginc.com. Today's kit, or the class from tonight, there's a kit at yourmemorieshere.com. So go to yourmemorieshere.com. and look under the Live with Prima kit section, and Christina has it available for you to purchase if you really wanted to recreate the kits or the tags that I made tonight. and make some on your own. Okay. Good night, all.